that time. It's a Wednesday night. You got some pressing issues. We've got some matters to talk about here, and this is the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser. You are listening to the sounds of the ULTRA MAXIMUS. I'm sorry. My wife tells me I'm not allowed to use the boyfriend voice anymore because I'm married. But don't tell her I'm going to use it here with everybody. Okay? Okay, cool. All right, well, welcome to the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, everybody. As you know, this is a wonderful, wonderful time for you guys to go ahead and smash that like button. Click the notification bell for notifications and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Leaving a comment below also helps us break the algorithm. If you're doing that after the show ends, I appreciate it. Talking to you, Raider Bear. Like clockwork. You are the man. And then for you guys, for all 1,100 plus of you, you guys know I got a short box in the closet that's getting stacked with stuff. It's called the Ultra Box. When are you giving the Ultra Box away, Ultra? I thought you were going to give this away already, Ultra. No, I'm just making it better. And of course, I'm, trying to LLC the channel and that kind of stuff. Don't forget to tune into the other wonderful content that I drop. This one here is called The Raw Report. This is your FOC show of... Oh, I'm sorry. No. The Raw Report. This is my pickups and mail drops. This is my FOC show called The Secret Variant. This is the one that you got to tune into every weekend. And I go over the final orders due. And then this right here is another wonderful video that you should share with your friends, especially if you like spec and, rare second prints that are kind of hard to find, hunt-worthy. I know you're hunting them. I know you are. Don't forget to also check out the Marvel Hip Hop Variant Platinum list, which Drew wanted comics. He's got something for you if you're following him on Whatnot, that is. And don't forget to subscribe to all the wonderful featured channels. And we've even got some featured channel royalty in the live chat here with Ninth Wonder and Newbie Comics. What up, you guys? And don't forget to also check out the Ninth Wonder and all the rest of the wonderful people on a panel that is on the Mighty Mel V channel at a show called Drunken Chat. And the Ultra Maximus Speculation Matrix opened for you all last week. I've got to do some touch-ups on that list, and then I'll drop a video on my channel, I think. But don't forget to tune in Friday night, 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because the one and only Man, Myth, the Legend, Eric Hurd, as well as Ninth Wonder, and Mighty Mel V are dropping a Melcast. Follows are always appreciated, whether it be on Facebook, IG, or Twitter. You can find the links to all of those, but of course, the Facebook and Instagram name is ULTRA MAXIMUS, as well as the .com. Yeah, I bought a .com, and it's ULTRA MAXIMUS. Big Remo in the house. And then, of course, don't forget to follow all of them. That would be, Ninth Wonder and Big Remo and Mel V and Big Leg and Wanted Comics and all of them on Whatnot. And if you don't know how to get Whatnot, well, let me show you how. App Store and Google Play. You can also follow me. I am a G, but I haven't been able to get a sale together just because life, okay? My boys actually came down with a fever today, so he's not going to school tomorrow, so making family shuffle arrangements. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow. And then, of course, you can find me on Twitter, and even though there is 3 X's in the name, it is not XXX related content. It might be rated R, okay? But I'm not going full frontal. And then, of course, soundtrack provided by White Bat Audio. Please subscribe to White Bat Audio. You can find them here on YouTube. You can also find them on Spotify and also at whitebataudio.com. Doing that crazy John Carpenter sound. And, of course, the man, the myth, the legend himself, who did this wonderful Ultra Maximus logo, who's, of course, taking part in the wonderful Melcast Season 2, Mr. Hurd S. Eric, a.k.a. Eric S. Hurd, everybody. And just look at that logo. It shines. Comic Barricade, of course, helping you keep the comic books upright in your box. And, of course, Comic Barricade XL for your graded books. Use that code ULTRA. Get you 10% off your order. Wanted Comics. And as I just said, Drew might be one of those guys that might have enough of the hip-hop variant backstock for you. Really nice uncirculated copies. And, of course, give him a follow. Follow him on IG. Follow him on Whatnot. Follow him everywhere you can, because Drew is the man. And, of course, note here, Super Chat isn't active, but direct support can be found at paypal.me/UltraMaximus if you are feeling frisky. Or if you're just feeling generous and you want to, donate to the The life that is Ultra Maximus. Because let me tell you, it's not just a name, everybody. It is indeed a lifestyle. And I can confirm it. Because I've got strange stories for everything, as you know. I live life to the fullest. But I would like to say I'm looking forward to maybe seeing some of you guys at MegaCon. Oh? Hello, everybody. I am the Ultra Maximus. I am in the house. And, of course, you know, hanging out, having a good time. And, of course, the Ultra Meg making an appearance. Shout out to everybody out there. Brett Hess, Omar V, Newbie, Remo. All of you guys. Omar V, you know, you guys are great. And then there was somebody else up there, too. Who's that? Who that? My mouse isn't working, of course. Can't see the earlier chats. Oh, there we go. Lords of Brooklyn, BK for life. Good to see you, too. So, as you guys know, I like to have a huge cup of coffee with this show, and it's just a force of habit because it's 3 cups in one. It's a cappuccino cup. So, Mega Comic Collector in the house too. Good to see you, man. So, everybody, as you guys know, we here at the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, aka me, do spoil you with a little bit of information that might be very, very short released. So you can consider a lot of the stuff that I'm telling you here tonight going to be spoilerific. So if this is not your bag, I understand. I really wish you would watch my content, but if I'm spoiling you, there's no sense in doing so. Unless you're okay with it, and you're going to be heading to your comic book shop and you want to be armed with the heaviest info possible when you walk into that store tomorrow. Or you're back into that store tomorrow, depending on what time zone you're in. But here at the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, I like to open up with the Raw Report of the day. This is April 13, 2022, and of course my top story, oh, you know what, I forgot to change it, but it was still going to be about Moon Knight episode 3. So Moon Knight episode 3, everybody, came right where it left off. We get to Egypt. Now, some of you might know that this is a little bit of a soft spot in my heart. Some of my biggest fans and followers of Drunken Chat from way back in the day know that I am fully immersed into ancient cultures, ancient civilizations, ancient gods, things like that. So this is right up my alley. This show is hitting like a jam does that you want to put on repeat and just constantly listen to it. So I've only actually watched the episode twice today so far. We'll see if I'm going to watch it again. I may actually just watch all 3 once I get off of here. But some really cool things, of course, that we get to see is that inside the Great Pyramid of Giza, there is all this wonderful stuff going on that gives all of the different gods, Hathor, Osiris, and such, avatars. And we actually meet some of the avatars. This one's very playful with Mark. I think this goddess that she represents has a thing for Khonshu. We just don't see it here. But the rest of the gods come through, and well, let's just say we see him again later in the episode. But Osiris here, obviously, he seems to be positioned in a spot that I think maybe he's like the head of the pantheon. And of course, if you guys know your Egyptian mythology, you would know that is exactly true about Osiris, how he is, Horus's father. So here we go, everybody. Stephen is the key. So what I like about this episode is that we do predominantly get to see a lot of Mark, but Stephen, the personality who is kind of like me, obsessed with the ancient cultures, and he's really deep in the mythology, so he's the one who has to help him out here. We also are getting a glimpse, and if you caught it, and I didn't share it here, there's a scene that happens before we get to this point in the show that if you haven't watched yet, I don't want to ruin it for you, but it looks like we may be seeing signs of another personality. However, giving us all of the fan service that we really desired, which was seeing Moon Knight beat the crap out of people. Not just, a jackal, because that's basically all we've seen him fight so far. So in this episode, we get to see him go up against a horde of henchmen, and the armor of Khonshu apparently can catch bullets and throw bullets back. So that was wild. But blocking, fighting, just hitting, just doing all sorts of things. And then we get some more Mr. Knight. And this is very interesting because Mr. Knight and Khonshu here are using... Khonshu's using his powers to help them locate the tomb that has already been found by Harrow. So this is also a sacrifice that Khonshu is making. Khonshu tells Lana that she's going to need to tell Mark to break him out. Because he knows what's happening. He messed with the sky once earlier in this episode, and you saw what happens to him. They pretty much get kind of mad at him. But this right here is a collaboration between the Steven personality and Khonshu, and with him as Mr. Knight turning back the night sky. But again, like I said, this does result in Khonshu being turned to stone, and good old Harrow making his reappearance inside. Lots of other good stuff to come. We are only halfway through. I think Moon Knight is going to deliver some very crazy things in the next 3 episodes. One of my predictions, and I want to make it right here, and you can comment below if you agree with me or disagree. I think that I did see some things today that kind of say that CM Punk might be playing Randall Spector. And if CM Punk is playing Randall Spector, you want that Hulk with an exclamation point magazine-sized comic. First appearance of Randall Spector. So there's at least a little bit of Spec Matrix I can give you guys verbally. And for the people who just watch and put me on silent, just wait for me to flash stuff, they're going to miss out on that one. But not you. And he becomes the Dark Moon Knight at some point too. So might be some good pickups in there. But anyway, this is the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, and that was our top story. But we have an action-packed show for you tonight. Rudy, thanks for joining, and you too, Dwayne Scott. And as you know, the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, I like to give you guys a couple of books that I consider to be your books of the week. And here's your honorable mention, and I'm giving it to this G.I. Joe Real American Hero, the 40th Anniversary Special Edition, because this is done in a similar fashion to the way they just recently did the remastered Giant Size X-Men #1, where they had different artists actually come in and do a page. And I heard there's 21 different artists on this one as well, plus some Larry Hama stuff in the back, and it is a reprint of the infamous Silent Issue with Snake Eyes. So I really honestly think that's like a really, really cool book. Now, the runner-up for the book of the week this week is Elektra #100 with the 125 Bartel variant. It could not ascend to Book of the Week status for a couple of reasons. For one, the book's not really selling very well. For two, it's only a 1 in 25, and there is a 1 in 50 incentive, and the 1 in 50 incentive is dragging. So it's not really going anywhere. But the Bartel cover art is what is solely moving this book. The only problem is, this is cool and all, but Daredevil the Woman Without Fear #1, 1 in 25, I think is the better Bartel cover. I don't even own it anymore, so I have no skin in the game to actually back that up with, other than I like this one artistically. It's a cool look, but I think the other cover with a little bit of a better picture of Elektra here takes the cake. And our book of the week, everybody. And if you didn't see this one coming, you did not look hard enough at the returnability of this book. Yes, I said that. This book is returnable. So the Sandman Universe, Nightmare Country #1, the regular covers, it's a pretty big buy-in, I get that. Patrick in the house, good to see you. But this being a 1 in 100 incentive by Jenny Frison made it a no-brainer for the shops that know the finer details of this being a 100% returnable book. Knowing that, do you still think the $300 price tag is warranted? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. What's up? What's up? Black Panther 5. Look, Black Panther 5 didn't even get on the honorable mention for the week this week, Patrick, just because nobody cares about second appearances. Except for Hulk 181. That's like the biggest second appearance ever. But the only reason why it moves is because it's also his first cover appearance. I'll die on that hill. 180 is the first appearance, but you know what? We're not talking about Hulk 180 and 181 right now. We're going to talk about all the books released this week. So I'm going to go over a review of the stuff released this week. If you happen to miss something, well, always head back tomorrow or call the shop in the morning, the first thing. But Marco Cicchetto giving us his Life Zero number 3 over at Blaze Publishing. Bunch of covers, of course. Here's your B cover. This is your C cover, which is obviously kind of like, you know, it's kind of like supposed to be like Punisher. But this one, I don't know why that got in there twice. That's weird. It says number 2, so I think it was the last issue. But Life Zero number 3, cover E, 10 copy Chiquito Virgin. And then the cover F is your 20 copy Oliveras. Cover G is your 30 copy Black and White. What's that? 180's definite first appearance. Enough said. Lewis, it's not Wednesday without Ultra. And you know what? I am so glad to have you guys say stuff like that. Makes me feel appreciated, you know? I put on a tie for you guys. I mean, that's dressing up, right? It's like almost like you're taking me out to dinner or something. But you know what? Black Panther 5 is still a second appearance, even if it's not much. But the mile sales, the second mile sales for over 1,000 at 9.8. And you know what? I'm more like the Black Panther 5 A cover, just because it's an Ultimate Fallout homage. That's the only reason why I like that book. I know that people like my buddy Ninth Wonder here are loving Tosin, and even though he's in 2 panels. You know, I think some of my friends might have specced on the book. AC Comics giving us the Super Babes, starring FemForce. Acme Inc. didn't have anything. Yeah, see, why was that one not turned off? Action Lab is giving us the Digger, number 5. And then we have New Men, number 2 of 4. And I have no clue what the hell is going on here. Other than it looks like one's in a headlock about to get stabbed. Oh, absolutely. They should have swapped covers on 3 and 5, man. If his first appearance would have been in that book, man. Action Lab, the other Action Lab, not the Danger Zone, of course, is giving us the Ghoul Agency number 2. Aftershock shattering your expectations. Kaiju score Steal from the Gods number 1. So here's how they did you. They said, oh, we're going to give you a 15 copy incentive. And then, oh, you know what? We're going to give you this mask variant cover so you can cut it out. Cut it out. You know, I don't know, is there enough of these variant covers to do a full spec matrix on mask variants? I know I have one of the Valiant ones that was recalled. Rye number 2. But this ain't about me. Midnight Rose. This is a one-shot. Here's your cover A. Not too shabby. They said, oh, well, you know, here's your 10 copy incentive. So what's really cool about this, everybody, is, of course, this is a Jim Starlin story. So you guys know that Donny Cates basically ripped off the entire Jim Starlin Infinity finale. It was basically the same story. Thanos wins, and then, you know, time travel, all that stuff. So there was a lot of bitterness between Starlin. So I'm actually happy to see Starlin still making content, even if it is not with Marvel. What we got? We got Felix over here. I read the Salmon Universe story arc was meandering, and I would have stopped halfway through if it wasn't a The ending was so-so, but in a way worth the buy-in on the ratios. Well, Felix, the good news is that you can buy all the ratios, and you would have to pay your invoice up front, obviously. So if you go ham and get 3 of your Frisians, well, you have to pay for that on your invoice when it's due. It's one of those ways that lunar distribution works. But all those A covers and B covers you could have sent back. Crazy to think about, huh? Ahoy Comics, giving you the Wrong Earth, Fame and Fortune one-shot cover A. Here's your cover B. This is your 1 in 5 incentive, by the way. But they said, you know what? Little Bo Peep needs to come in. Little Bo Peep coming in for a little bit of that Kingpin action. So she's on the 1 in 10 incentive. Archie. It's actually a big week for Archie. They dropped 3 whole books. Fun with Little Archie and Friends. Cover B. And then World of Betty and Veronica, Jumbo Comics Digest number 14. Artists, Writers, and Artisans, a.k.a. the AWA Upshot, a.k.a. the title that Mel cannot hear me say properly after he's had a few drinks. That was fun. Remo was trying to set him straight, man. Well, they dropped Hit Me. This is number 2 of a 5-issue miniseries. And then, of course, we've got the Behemoth coming in with... So this is wild. Stargirl number 1, the limited variant, dropped a couple weeks, or like a week or 2 later than the other books. But I also noticed some places not get their ratios, or even some of these books, because this book was on their order. A little bit weird when you're dealing with Behemoth. So check with your LCS to find out when release dates are and how shipping arrangements and all that works with them. But this one, again, limited variant, shipped about a week later. Crazy, right? Elephant Eater Comics giving us the Hunter's Tale 0. I'm sorry, A Hunter's Tale. Number 0. All right, so this is a little weird too. Fantagraphics, but Red Room dropped last week. So apparently this cover B was delayed, and it's your 5-copy incentive, and then of course your 15-copy was also delayed. Why? Why are the 5-copy and 15-copy delayed, but the 10-copy incentive with the peanuts that everybody wanted, A-OK, readily available? Yeah, isn't that right, Kitty? It's a mystery. Sometimes we just don't know. And then, of course, they give us this one. This is the Statics number 1. Featuring the Super Whatevs, God, Dad, Anxieties, and more. Floating World Comics giving us the Santos Sisters. I thought this was released last week, but through Lunar Distribution, it might have been. This week comes through Previews Distribution. But Larry's Comics said that was a good read, so let's check it out. Keen Spot giving you the Orange Blossom Monkey Clan cover A. This is your cover B. Cover C, the Blank Sketch, and then this was your 6-copy Bartolome incentive variant. Keenzer and Company giving you the Knights of the Dinner Table, I'm sorry, number 292. That's a big book. Rebellion, 2000 AD's publisher, and this is, of course, the 2000 AD December 2021 program pack. And then this is the November 2021 program pack. I am the law! I try to entertain, I really do. It might be cheesy, but it works better than, calling me the Simpsons comic guy. Red 5 Comics and Stonebot imprint, which is interesting, right? Because it's still Red 5 Comics, but they go by Stonebot. It's like, I should just put this under S with Stonebot. But no, I have it under R. Fictionauts number 3. Okay, so Felix, over in the UK, yeah, that makes sense, and it probably happened the same way over here. A lot of people talking about even there being allocations on the 1 in 10. So I don't know what's up with that, but the 1 in 10 seems to be the one that people wanted. Scout Comics giving you the North Bend Season 2, number 4. And then Vanity, cover A. Got that red kryptonite, but that's that lethal red kryptonite. There's your cover B, which is your 10-copy Abigail Larson variant cover. Titan Comics giving you the Illumination Presents Minion Mini Boss, 1 of 2. So, unfortunately, Minions Mini Boss number 2 of 2 has already gone on FOC. Yeah, number 1 isn't out yet. I know. I hate when they do that too. Tokyo Pop is dropping the Nightmare Before Christmas Mirror Moon number 4. And just that one. Next up, we got the Valiant, which is giving us the Shadow Man 2020 run, issue number 8. So they're only at 8, and we are 4 months in to 2022. So it's like they took a little bit of a break. But apparently, this Cullen Bunn written book is popular amongst fans. And this is your movie poster variant cover. And then your number 8 pre-order bundled edition. So, how many of you guys are actually still chasing Exo Man War number 4 and pulling that one out? Right? This is the preview. That's the first appearance of Jack Boniface. But the Shadow Man himself actually doesn't appear until Shadow Man number 1. Interesting stuff. Vault Comics dropping Heathen Vault Reserve Edition number 3, and that's your cover A. This is your Human Remains number 7, and that's just gross. This is your Human Remains number 7 cover B. And then the last book you'll ever read, number 7. Here's your cover B. And then the Black Bag variant cover. Rush number 5 with a cover A. And then Rush number 5, cover B by Simmons. We Ride Titans number 3, cover A. And then here's your cover B. That's actually a pretty big week for Vault. So here's a fun fact you may not know. Also, Vault books are also returnable. Tread lightly. Zenoscope, giving you All Guts, No Glory, number 3 of 3, cover A. Did she just get stabbed by Clippy, the clip art? Man. All Guts, No Glory, number 3 of 3, cover B. And then Van Helsing, Shattered Soul, one shot, number 1, cover A. There's your cover B. And then this is your cover C by Meguro. Wrapping it up for the Zenoscope. Sorry, Kitty, you can't come up here right now. Boom Studios, Angel number 4. Did you guys hear that? That disappointed me. Angel number 4, cover B, which is your 10-copy incentive. Angel number 4 of 8 is your cover D 50-copy incentive. And then this is your cover A for Mighty Morphin number 18. The Legacy number 90, aka /18. Oh no, this one probably confuses people on release day. 10-copy incentive. The 18/90 covered B art reused for a D copy, 15-copy incentive version. 25-copy incentive by Rian Gonzalez. FOC reveal variant. And a 10-copy FOC reveal version. Followed by the 1 per store unlockable. 7 Secrets number 16 cover A. This is your cover B. And of course, this is your 25-copy incentive by Mercado. Your unlockable 1 per store. Something is Killing the Children Slaughter Pack Bundle number 3. So, that is issues 9, 10, 11, and 12 in the Slaughter Pack Bundle number 3. Each one of these bundle packs has 4 issues. Inquire with your LCS. I'm sure some of them are still available from the first 2 packs. Dark Horse Comics dropping Breakout number 1. They also gave you cover B by Raphael Albuquerque. Now, continuing on with this humongous Dark Horse week, because Dark Horse usually drops like 2 or 3 books. What's up, TM Nerdy? Good to see you, man. Shout out to everybody over on the Spine Ticks. If you guys aren't following the Spine Ticks, they are in my featured channel section. You should definitely be following them. I don't know when I'm going to be able to make another appearance on there, though, because of the late night Saturday situation when I am out breaking legs. I break legs and hearts for a living. I'm sorry. Last Flight Out, number 6 of 6. And this is probably a pretty big issue for a lot of people. So there you go. Norse Mythology 3, number 3 of 6. That's your cover A. And, of course, Mac Attack, everybody, from David Mack. Not only does he apply this style to Norse mythology, you can clearly see he applied the same to that Boom Studios Something is Killing the Children pack. This is your Radio Spaceman number 2 of 2. Sword of Hyperborea number 4 of 4. And then the cover B by Gomez. Roscoe! Good to see you, man. Another Spine Tick shows. It's like, you mention one other name, and then they multiply. Well, Omar V, I wish I could say the checks were good and cashable. I get paid instantly, actually. Betty Page Allen, Agenda number 2, cover A, Linsner. Because, of course, if you're good at doing something, you never do it for free and always get the money up front. Betty Page Alien Agenda, however, dropping more of that flavor that you guys know I love. Look at the hieroglyphics and, of course, her being chased by a mummy. This is pretty cool, too. Stephanie Rue giving us a cover there, right? And then we got the Broxton Risque, the cover E cosplay. The 10-copy Broxton, 20-copy Rue, 25-copy Broxton Virgin, 30-copy Incentive Rue Virgin. Whoa! That was the black bag variant minus the black bag, but you know what? It's art. So it won't get you banned. Cover K Linsner limited variant. Betty Page Alien Agenda cover L by Burns, of course. And then this was your, I don't get the Ronin homage unless they're talking about that comic book Ronin by Frank Miller, which I think is exactly what they're mentioning. And this is, of course, your cover N 7-copy incentive. Cover O, 7-copy cosplay. 11-copy Burns Black and White. And then we're on to Evil Ernie. Cover A by Soydom. The cover B by Philip Tan. I think this is pretty cool. And then this is your 10-copy Tan Black and White, your 20-copy Soydom Black and White, the 25-copy Incentive Tan Virgin, and then the Soydom Limited Virgin, and then the FOC variant Liefeld homage by Marat Michaels. And we're going to see a lot of those. Cover H, your Sager original, but wait, there's the Liefeld 7-copy homage. Oh, there's the 11-copy Virgin color homage. There's your cover K 11-copy FOC Incentive Virgin by Sager. And then we move on to Immortal Red Sonja, cover A by Nakayama. And of course, as you guys know, chainmail shirt is the original design. And then here's your cover B by Yoon. Cover C by Linsner. Cover D. And then the not chainmail shirt version. That's your cosplay. Cover F by Blank Authentics, of course. And then your cover G is your 10-copy Black and White. Your 20-copy Linsner. $25-copy Incentive Nakayama line art, the 30-copy cosplay version, the 40-copy Virgin cover, 50-copy Yoon Virgin cover, And then the cover M was the Nakayama Atlas signed edition. So if you're ever after a David Nakayama signature, here's yours goes. This is your metal variant. Premium. And then, of course, the cover O is your Linsner limited version. Nakayama limited version. And then cover Q is a FOC J. Lee original. This is the cover R, FOC Liefeld homage. So this is, of course, New Mutants 87 homage. Acosta original. The Acosta original black and white 7 copy. Your 7 copy incentive Liefeld homage. V is your Acosta FOC version. And then your W cover is your 10 copy Liefeld FOC incentive Liefeld homage. Yeah, Nakayama is indeed pretty awesome. And here's your cover X, 11 copy Lee black and white. Your cover Y, FOC incentive Lee version. And I didn't see a cover Z, so that's wild, right? 25 covers. Pathfinder Fumbus one-shot cover A. Sheena of the Jungle. Cover B. That's your Rose Mesh. Cover C, the cover D by Linsner, and then your cosplay, the Lee original art, the Besh 20 copy version, the Perilla 25 copy version. 25 copy black and white. Then the 30 copy in black and white Soidum, the Perilla limited version. There you go. The cover K is your Besh limited version, so of course you know that one is a $49.99 suggested retail price. Suggested. And then cover L, and then cover M, Linsner limited version. Here is your cover N, FOC, cover O, FOC Perillo Ultraviolet, FOC cosplay version, 7 copy Wizard homage, 11 copy Wizard homage, and then the cover S, 15 copy incentive Lee version. Followed by the cover T, 15 copy Perillo FOC incentive Ultra version. IDW Entertainment dropping Dungeons & Dragons Best of Minsk and Boo. G.I. Joe Real American Hero 40th Anniversary Special. And then no variant covers, and written and illustrated by the one and only Livio Ramondelli. This is a guy who, again, is a Transformers artist. I got his sketchbook up here and actually did some digging in. The sketchbook is a 1 in 40 incentive on a Transformers book, which makes it insane. 1 in 40, right? Okay, everybody, so here we go. A Town Called Terror #1, cover A. Here is your cover B. But guys, did you know that there was this? Thank you incentive variant. Oh, and Geek Out with Roscoe. If you read Volume 1, you understand. Volume 2 is probably going to be pretty cool. The premise alone of the story is great. So, kudos to Livio for that one. And then, of course, Farmhand #16. Image 30th Anniversary Anthology #1 of a 12-issue miniseries. And look at him reading the Youngblood. Joe Hill. And of course, they announced that Lock and Key will be finishing after 3 seasons. But here's your Papa of Lock and Key, Joe Hill, giving you Reign #4. And this is your cover B. Very sad looking cover B. Like, how could you, man? And then here is your 25 copy incentive. Joe Hill with the 50 copy. And then, of course, King Spawn gave you this cover A. And then your cover B was just a blank sketch. So they didn't do a cover C like on some of the other popular titles. Nita Hawes Nightmare Blog. Nita Hawes Nightmare Blog cover B. The Nocterra #9 cover A. Cover B. Cover C. So that's Blacktop Bill, it looks like. Right? crazy stuff going on in Noctera. Nothing like Jon Snow. Batgirls number 5 cover A with Jorge Corona, and then the cover B, Michael Cho cardstock variant cover. This was your Rian Gonzalez 25 copy incentive. Batman 89 number 5 of 6, and of course Joe Quinones getting that Michelle Pfeiffer down pat. Like, that's really, really good here, right? And of course the hell here. And then of course Adam Hughes says, you know what, I can do this too. But he put the Space Needle and the Empire State Building, and I believe that's the George Washington Bridge. Double O, good to see you. Batman Catwoman number 11 of 12. So here's your penultimate issue. Cover right by Clayman, the Jim Lee and Scott Williams variant. I don't know what happened here. Like, they had to have had faces. Like, I don't know. And then cover C. Not too shabby. Brooding. Urban Legends cover A for issue number 14, though. Batman kneeing this guy in the face bludgeoningly. And then, of course, Bat Dog also taking it to him. And then, of course, here is your cover B. Here is your cover C, which is your Common Coley variant cover with the classic Batman colors. So, I want to point out to everybody that this is a sequel to Flashpoint. Yes, you heard that correct. This is indeed an official sequel to the DC Comics event called Flashpoint. And in here, I will give them credit. It says 5G was averted, but we all know differently. Flashpoint Beyond, of course, did give you this cover B, and then this was your incentive variant cover. 25 copy incentive. Future State Gotham number 12, cover A with the Simone DeMeo and the Neo Joker. The cover B, and then Green Lantern number 12, cover A. Bernard Chang. Cover B, Alan Qua. I Am Batman number 8, cover A, though. Here is your Oliver Coipel cardstock variant cover. And then this is your Mateus Manhanini cardstock variant cover. Naomi Season 2 number 2, it's your cover A. And I assume if your store actually ordered any copies of Naomi, this would be a pretty good one to pick up just in case you were going for any signatures. Like, you know, of the actress. And then, of course, Sandman Universe, Nightmare Country number 1. And this obviously has the skull that the Jenny Frison cover is holding. There's the skull again. Nightmare Universe, or Nightmare Country number 1, cover B. Your 25 copy Kelly Jones variant. The 50 copy Alvaro Martinez Bueno cardstock variant. And then Jenny Frison. The Weeknd is Batman? We had a pretty good laugh about that one. Shout out to Spidey Hunter because he LOL'd every time I posted that one. Look, if The Weeknd is Batman, he can't feel his face when he's with you because he's beaten and loves it. But anyway, Suicide Squad Blaze, number 2 of 3. That's your cover A. This is your cover B. This is a pretty sick cover. No, man, Edwin, no. We're not going to do that to Batman. I don't care if it's Lucius Fox's son. I don't care. We're not going to do that to him. Son of Kal-El, number 10, cover A. Cover B. They actually had a 25 copy incentive for this book. Wonder Woman 786 cover A, Travis Moore. 786 cover B. That's going to it up for DC. Okay, we're on to the Marvel list, so that means I'm going to ask you to smash that like button and get yourself strapped in for the remainder of the show, because we're going to get lit here in just a minute. Avengers Forever number 3, second printing. Black Panther number 4, second printing, Alex Ross variant. And then Black Panther number 5. The Boss Logic Spider-Man variant. So that's the Miles Morales Spider-Panther. J2, good to see you. The Land variant. Not too shabby, but meant nothing. Captain Carter number 2 of 5. Captain Carter's Aspinall variant cover. Electro number 100. And of course, the Ruan variant cover was your alternate cover. The Bartel was your 25 copy incentive. And then this was your David Lopez 1 in 50 incentive. It's a little cheeky. Not enough to warrant the 50 copy incentive, though. If you know what I mean. Eternals number 11. And then, of course, the LaRocca Foreshadow variant cover. So if you read this issue, you would see that, well, Tony's not really nice to Icarus. Eternals with the Lupacino Spider-Man variant. Ghost Rider number 1 with the second printing Stegman variant cover. And then I don't get this one either. Hulk Grand Design Monster number 1, the Momoko variant. It's like this one got delayed, separated from the pack as well. This is your Iron Fist number 1, second printing Michael Yu variant. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 37. The 37 McCone Spider-Man variant. And then the Cal New variant cover. I think this is the best one. If they would have did this for cover A, they wouldn't needed it. They would not have needed a B or C. Again, this happens an awful lot. She-Hulk number 2 getting a second printing Bartel variant cover. Star Wars number 22, the Reese variant cover. The Lucasfilm variant. And then the Christopher action figure variant cover. And the Raza variant. So the Raza was your incentive, by the way. 25 copy. Star Wars Darth Vader number 22. The Star Wars Darth Vader number 22 Renaud variant. But this is your Trader of the Dawn variant cover. And then this. That's a lot of red. A lot of red. That's your 22 Darth Vader incentive variant cover. Thor 22 second printing Klein variant cover. Venom number 5 second printing, followed by Venom number 7. And then Venom number 7, the Wood Spider-Man variant cover, and then the Venom number 7 Magno variant cover. What if Miles Morales number 2 of 5? What if Miles Morales number 2 of 5 with the Shadley variant? And then your Medina design variant cover. This is your incentive. And my gosh, they made Uncle Aaron Sabretooth. They made Ganka Professor X. I don't know. I really don't know. X-Men number 10. And Proteus does an oopsie and gives Lara adamantium bones. That's going to play off later, by the way. X-Men number 10 Spider-Man variant cover, and then the Wernick trading card variant of Dr. Stasis. This was wild. X-Men number 92 House of X Chapter 2, number 1 of 5. So there's a lot going on in this book. Nakayama, of course, did the B cover. There is a version available on the David Nakayama website, of course. We'll give that one a promotion since it's an artist promoting his own. And then Scott Williams just came in with the fire. He's like, I'm not Jim Lee, but I can do my thing. And he does. Scott Williams definitely knocked it out the park here. And then this is the Talaski incentive variant. So this is your 25 copy. All right. So that's going to wrap it up for all the new releases, but we are not done yet because the Raw Report update is coming in with some spoilerific items. And what do I mean by that? Well, we're going to talk about some hot and heavy topics, maybe. The name is Steven with a V. So Marvel, doing what Marvel does, decided to give you Marvel must-haves for Moon Knight episode number 2. They have in the Marvel store loaded a whole bunch of items, including t-shirts, weaponry, scarabs, and a cool thermos, as well as some Funko Pops. So there's a Mr. Knight Funko Pop, as well as a Arthur Harrow. You're welcome. You're welcome. Find more information at Marvel.com on that one. And then, of course, a new teaser and posters of Madness. And that is because Doctor Strange dropped a whole bunch of new stuff this week. So we got an additional teaser trailer. They call it the Nightmare Spot. Getting ready to enter the multiverse of madness with these Doctor Strange character posters, everybody. So here we go. Not too shabby, right? Looking pretty good. So there's America Chavez. And of course, Wong still is the Sorcerer Supreme, by the way, because Steven technically died 5 years ago. Baron Mordo, however, and of course, Christine. The teaser gives us some other things to prepare us how insane this is going to get for some of the characters. So what are they seeing? Are they seeing these things while on an endeavor? It looks like she is in the Sanctum or in Carmitage. So this is going to be pretty cool. But oh my god, what the hell? Like, he obviously hasn't been drinking his fluoride to calcify that third eye. But this is wild. And when Doc Strange sees that, he goes a little bit into the woe-ness. But you know what? Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Tickets are on sale right now. Opens next month. It's going to be sick. I cannot wait. It's going to have to be one of those late night movie experiences for me where basically I go in the middle of the night. We'll see. Too woke to wake up. And you know what? Unfortunately, what I was talking about earlier, how I made a joke about how DC even bothered to do a 25 copy incentive on Son of Superman, Cal Son of Superman. Look, it's not just me. December comic book sales data appears to show readers are frustrated. Rejecting DC Comics' woke changes to Superman. Superman completely falls off the top sellers list. They didn't even make the top 300 for March last month, guys. What can I say? Everything woke turns to shit. Don't be woke. Wake up. I will be back next week for more news. Hopefully I can find some better topics to talk about. Of course, if you see something that is newsworthy that I should know about that is worth talking about, maybe having a discussion, tag me in it. ULTRA MAXIMUS X on Twitter. And of course, ULTRA MAXIMUS on IG and Facebook. Leave me a comment below, especially if it's hate mail. All right, everybody, we are not done yet. There's still some more to go. And of course, what does that mean? The ULTRA MAXIMUS Speculation Matrix is giving you the Raw Report recommended reads. And you know what? My read of the week is this X-Men 92. Now, I didn't have the opportunity to do a whole lot more slides, but I can tell you a couple of the other books that I had the opportunity to read through were amazing. We'll talk about those in the heat of the week. I'm kind of combining. So the Raw Report versus. So last week I asked you guys to compare which of these two variants would you want. I didn't give you pricing because at the time the Bartel actually was selling pretty well. But these were basically, it's funny how they ended up being the book of the week and the runner-up too. Not intentional at all. But when I see what you guys were paying for the Sandman, I mean, I kind of had to give it to him. So, of these two books, I guess it really is going to come down to who do you love more? Do you love Frisian or do you love Bartel? Both of them have that soft, like pastel-looking coloring to them, and it's just amazing. Both of them are very talented. But you know what? I decided to throw the talent battle at you again next week. And this is the 25 copy Sozo Micah incentive for Catwoman number 42 versus Tula Lotte on the Faithless 3 number 3 minimally dressed 1 in 25 variant. Leave me a comment. Let me know which one of those is tickling your fancy. And it is time to journey even further into the Ultra Maximus speculation matrix as I discuss the heat of the week and also discuss some of the things that I was able to read. Sozo for Edwin. So, Life Zero number 3, cover E, cover F, 10 and 20 copy. Those are the best looking ones. So, cover swipe, 10 copy, 20 copy. Wando, however, Wando has not done enough covers to do a spec matrix on, I think. But he does have a really cool, which one is that? That's Uncanny X-Men with Magneto. It's like a really late in the run that nobody cared about. Uncanny X-Men right before House of X. It's just an obscure one. Kaiju scores Steal from the Gods number 1 with the cover C, which is your masked variant. Midnight Rose. Did not get an opportunity to read it, but this is going to be one of those where I don't want to read it in a rush spot to like talk about it on a show like I do a majority of these books that I actually have to do. Because if you guys only knew what a Wednesday in the life of Ultra Maximus consisted of, besides putting this show together. It's basically all I can do, honestly. I wish I had time to watch some of you guys live, but I miss. Wrong Earth, Fame and Fortune. This is your 5 copy incentive and your 10 copy incentive. So if you're into this Ahoy title, these are going to be good ones for you. Hit Me number 2. Look, everything from AWA Upshot right now has been good reads. Regardless of where you feel about the artwork internally, the reading is fantastic. And the artists are really good too. It's just, it might not be your style. Stargirl cover F, the limited variant. The Red Rooms, if you were able to find them. The Santos sisters, according to Larry's comics, is hilarious. I'm going to have to check that one out sooner than later. Orange Blossom Monkey Clan. So it's funny because where I live here in Florida, there's a road called Orange Blossom Trail. I wonder if there's any correlation between the two. And then here is your Orange Blossom Monkey Clan number 1, cover E, 6 copy incentive. So I'm just wondering if the writer of that story actually knows about Orange Blossom Trail or lived here or something. Where'd you get your inspiration for the name? And then don't forget, 2000 AD got some killer stuff going on besides I Am the Law. But I Am the Law is pretty good. Fire cover, right? Good use of negative space, only the red hair is even more fire than the red background. And then the 1 in 10 incentive for that book. Anybody read Vanity? If you read Vanity, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of it. Minions Mini Boss number 1. Mirror Moon. Shadow Man. Now this is a book, it's up to 8 issues, so I think this is the end of the second story arc. I may actually have to go back and read them, but of course I know that people like Phil, aka Comics Talk Weekly, are digging this book because he likes the writing of Cullen Bunn. Now, this is just reprinting of the old Heathen stuff, but does it count as a variant cover? This is basically what you got here. Rush number 5, cover A and cover B. And then We Ride Titans. At least we got the cover, is out there. Van Helsing, Shattered Soul, the cover C. Obviously. And then, of course, if you're into the Angel books, if you can find a 10 copy or the 50 copy or the 1 per store, those are pretty good. But the 10 copy and the 50 copy obviously have the better art. Mighty Morphin, 18, 10 copy incentive, the 15 copy incentive, 25 copy, the 10 copy FOC variant, and the unlockable all seem to be good plays, but with so many covers, I don't know of this being... This is basically... Mighty Morphin fans are basically just like us, me and my friends in the Transformers realm. We love the books. We love the stories. We will overpay for these things and put them into our collection, and then the only way you're ever going to get us to get rid of them is if you are going to overpay for them too. So think about that. 7 Secrets number 16, cover D, 25 copy incentive by Mercado. The unlockable variant. Slaughter pack, like I said. So this one, some of these may actually be the last prints of these books that we're going to get. Keep that in mind. Shout out to Yeezy Yee for being just on the ball when it comes to all the info about these things. He's also talking about how some stores were breaking their packs open, selling individual issues and stuff, right? For whatever reason, this one was sold out at some of the major retailers. I don't know if it's good or allocated or under-ordered. Could be any one of the three. But for my flipping people, you guys know what that means. It's time to hunt. And see what it's doing, of course, before you buy. Last Flight Out number 6 of 6. And this, of course, is the final issue of this series. I actually want to go back and read all 6 issues. Guilty as charged. And guilty again, because you guys know. Oh, well. Well, yeah. I mean, these are all good pickups. And, of course, the Alien Agenda thing here. Hitting on a lot of cylinders for me. Can't say I'm not into brunettes. I love all women. Can't deny it. Evil Ernie number 5, cover B, Philip Tan. 25 copy of that one. And then the Liefeld homages. Nakayama absolutely knocked it out the park with this one. The Linsner is not too bad either. This is to remind you that this is very different from her chainmail shirt. This one at least gives her a little bit more coverage. Metal. So these metal ones, I think they got a $99.99 cover price or suggested retail price. If anybody in the live chat has picked up one of these metal ones and had it graded, and it doesn't come back at 10, leave me a comment. Let me know why. Grader's notes. Cover O is your Linsner Virgin, right? And again, this design of Immortal Red Sonja with her in the shirt is just like how she first appeared. So keep that in mind when people go, why are you buying these? Well, there's reasons. Cover P, Nakayama Virgin variant, of course. That's your limited version. So that one's going to be your $49.99. Immortal Red Sonja with the Liefeld homage to New Mutants 87, the black and white variant of that one, and then the Liefeld homage Virgin color. And Marat Michaels, knocked it out. Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle, of course, the Rose Besh for my buddy Mel V. And then the Lee for me. Besh for Mel. Besh for Mel. Linsner for everybody else. Lee for me. G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero, the 40th anniversary, of course. And then, of course, here is your Kill Lock. Almost out of coffee. But we're powering through. So this one, because it was a thank you incentive, it might have been slotted in and just thrown on the shelves. So I want to see somebody like Manny the Comic Collector post up on IG how he's just got himself a copy of this for cover. Or any one of you. I would be happy to see you guys score incentives for cover. It's actually good when you see your buddies win, right? Image 30th Anniversary Anthology number 1, of course. And then hardcore cover on Ring. And then the 25 copy incentive for it as well. And the 50 copy. King Spawn, always delivering, of course. And if you aren't buying your blank sketches for the Drunken Chat contest, why aren't you in it? Nita Hall's Nightmare blog number 6, of course. I mean, this is a wicked cover. Even if I'd never even opened any of the Nightmare blogs books, so I couldn't tell you what's on the inside. Nocturne number 9, of course. And then I only chose the cover A. Because look, you can pick any one of the covers. They're all open order. The Batgirl's 25 copy incentive by Rian Gonzalez, however, is not going to be as easy to find. Batgirl's number 5, late in the series. I don't think the series is doing as well as people would like you to believe it is. Cover A by Joe Quinones. Cover B by Adam Hughes. Number 11 for Batman Catwoman, of course. This is your penultimate issue. Even though you can't see their faces, the Jim Lee, Scott Williams variant cover does it for me. But the Travis Charest variant, with them brooding over the city, definitely good for me. Batman Urban Legends 14. This is just continuing on with the wild stuff that happens in Batman Urban Legends. And of course, the Cummins Coley variant cover. So again, as I stated earlier, and this is again one of the reads that I read this week that you should probably be checking out, especially if you're not a big DC fan. One of the funniest things that you can see in here is where it says 5G was averted. No, sorry, Bruce, 5G was not averted. We need your dad to help fix it. Flashpoint Beyond number 0 of 6 with cover B by Eduardo Riso. And then your 25 copy incentive by Dunbar. Alan Quaz cardstock variant for Green Lantern also just looks amazing. And there's the Weekend. I Am Batman. He would say it in the Tony Stark, like I am Iron Man, but I am Batman voice, right? Naomi Season 2, number 2. There's your cover A by Jamal Campbell. And of course, your photo variant. Sandman. All of them. Yes, I chose all of them. Why? With the Sandman stuff approaching dropping on TV, I just wonder what the response is going to be. Some people really dig it. Cult classic form, right? And then, of course, Wonder Woman 786 with the cover A by Travis Moore. This is your Yara Flor versus Diana. Avengers Forever number 3, second printing. Black Panther number 5, everybody. 2-panel Tosin. And, of course, you have your Land variant. Captain Carter with both covers. I thought it was a pretty good read, too. There's still a lot of people who are debating whether or not this is the same Carter that was Captain America. And I'm trying to explain to them, it's not. She's Captain Carter. She never carried the American shield like the Exiles version of her did. Bartel variant, of course, right now still only trending at like $35. So yes, is it over ratio? Absolutely. Will it stay that way? Probably not. Probably going to get memory hold. And unless somebody's like buying them out, trying to manipulate the market, I wouldn't sweat it too much. But if you can pick it up for a good price at your LCS, I think it might be a good idea to do so. I left both copies that were in my LCS because they weren't to my standards. So some of you other locals that watch my show, you know you're good to go behind on a Thursday, and anything that's there is fair game. Eternals number 11, of course, was a really good read. Tony summons a satellite to hit Icarus. It's pretty wild to see. Ghost Rider number 1, the second printing by Stegman. The Momoko Grand Design Hulk. Second printing Iron Fist. Again, this is your first appearance cover reprint with interior art. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 37. Very interesting things revealed in this. And then, of course, the McCone Spider-Man variant, and then the Cal New card. Or it's not a card stock variant for Marvel. So used to you doing DC books there, Cal. Good to see you doing a Miles variant. Second printing Bartel for She-Hulk. All the second printings, I think, just have a different corner box to them with a little bit of a variant to it. Same A cover by Bartel, though. I just don't understand, how they keep going back for later prints if they're not selling out. Because yeah, my local stores got plenty of those She-Hulks on the cover or on the shelf. So that means that the only people who are ordering those later covers are people who didn't order She-Hulk in the first place. Star Wars number 22, all the variants, including the action figure, and Raza delivering Chewbacca Fire. Mel, I don't know if he got this one this week, but I have a feeling that he'll let us know by Friday. And of course, Star Wars, the renowned Darth Vader, Crimson Dawn, Traders of the Dawn variant cover. So Ochi with his eyes there, but he doesn't have his eyes no more. So that's a little bit of a false pretense, right? The Ioneko variant cover. And then Thor number 22, the second printing Klein variant cover. I like this because it's Rune King Thor with a sword, right? It's Heimdall's sword, but not quite fully Rune King Thor, but he's gone gold. Venom number 5, second printing with Hitch variant cover. The Magno 25 copy incentive, and that was a mind tear. And also editorially, I don't know how they did this. I have a bad feeling about this. But he made him look at his face at the end of the issue, and I think Bedlam is Eddie Brock. Don't ask me how they're going to write themselves into that one. Take a look at my face, and he shows a human underneath the symbiote. Read it and find out. And of course, because Logan only had 3 claws, they had to give Miles 4. This issue was weird. Very weird. Because his adamantium claws basically get broken. He's useless. He is the most useless Wolverine. I gotta say that. And his Uncle Aaron is probably the most useless Sabretooth. And his BFF is probably the most useless Professor X. But that's all what happens in there. And then X-Men number 10, the A cover by Pepe Larraz, giving you amazing art. So there's a lot of cool stuff that happens in this issue, including Lara accidentally getting a adamantium skeleton. I thought all the Wolverines had adamantium skeletons, is what Proteus says. So that might mean that Scout may too have an adamantium skeleton. House of X 92. This is great. This read definitely intrigued me because I wanted to see how they would kind of adapt the House of X stuff over into the animated. If, it's a pretty big if this adaptation becomes the normal story process for the X-Men going forward, and they adapt it into live action, it'll work. Absolutely will work. The conundrum that is the Sentinels becoming the Phalanx and then traveling back in time, all that stuff will probably be addressed, and I think it's actually a pretty good thing. And here's your 25 copy incentive. Not really moving very well, but it's a 25 copy incentive, so you were able to find it mixed in for cover. I'd nab it if I were you. And that was all the heat of this week. However, I'm still not done. You're going to smash that subscribe button. You're going to click that notification bell for notifications as well. Because like I said, I do a Raw report. I got a new one incoming. So you're going to want to tune in for that one. Check out the last one, though. It's pretty fire, too. But of course, don't forget to subscribe for the next episode of the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser. But you know, I brag about this show, the Secret Variant. Some of my friends like to brag about it, too. And if you bragged about it to your LCS, that means you are the man. You want them to be successful as well. But the Secret Variant is where I go over final order cutoff, and that is the last opportunity to order books. Now, since I know some of you guys are going to watch the show and head to your comic book store tomorrow, give them a call at least, and have them pull some books for you that you might have overlooked. Well, this might be the golden opportunity for you to as well call and reserve these books that are not out yet. The final ordering ability has just passed, so if you cannot order these books, this gives you an opportunity to chase them elsewhere. May the odds forever be in your favor, and welcome to the Ghost of Monday. This is your FOC review. Please stand by as we re-enter the Matrix. Only this Matrix is again going to give us a look at books that are about 3 weeks in advance of their release. Belit and Valeria. This is awesome. Conan look, the feminine people of the Conan universe right here killing it. Comics Talk Weekly. Good to see you, man. So, yeah, I don't know who that Ultra Maximus guy is. But that's your cover B. This is your Lee cover C. And I put down all the covers because they got something for everybody, including the blank. Here's your 10 copy incentive, but they also said 20 copy Virgin, 30 copy Virgin, 40 copy, 50 copy. Oh, wait, and there's also a 25 copy Lee black and white sketch. Crescent. It's a one shot. I figure why not, right? Dogs of London. So this being an Aftershock book does have an incentive for number 1. Aftershock ambassador stores might also experience an additional variant cover. Check with your LCS. Devil's Highway, Volume 2. Oh, there it is. Finally caught up to me. That's your cover A, and this is your cover B by Mike Deodato Jr. This is your Comics Experience Egged one-shot, and then Vox one-shot. Red Room Trigger Warnings number 3, cover A by Ed Pisker. The cover B. The cover D. Ninjas and Robots number 14, cover C. And then the 5 copy incentive. Probably the biggest book on FOC in the indie zone, in my opinion. Frank Frazetta and the Death Dealer number 1. Of course, here is your Frazetta variant cover. And then the 5 copy blank, 10 copy Panosian, 15 copy Del Otto, 20 copy Panosian, 30 copy Del Otto. Lots of big stuff. Truth and Faith, good to see you. Code 45, number 1. Okay, so it's a number 1 from Scout Comics, and we really don't know what to expect from that. So this one caught a lot of people's attentions because, as you guys know, Archer and Armstrong was probably that one book that started during Unity and Valiant that everybody kind of was like, oh wow, this is this popular publisher, maybe we should buy the number 1. It was one of the first Valiant number 1s that I had bought. I think I sold it, and I sold it in a set of Unity, and I didn't know it was damaged, and I had to refund the guy for that book. And I think I refunded him like $1.75. So he paid like $20 for the lot. So I broke it down, and I was like, here's $1.75 to buy another copy online. I hope he did. But Archer and Armstrong number 1 returns with a cover A. This is your cover B. And this is your cover C by Dan Hipp. And then this is a 250 copy incentive placeholder. They didn't decide who they wanted on the 250 copy, so be on the lookout for that artwork dropping. However, the fire cover of this one is indeed the pre-order bundled edition. And then here we got the cover F, which is the actual blank cover. So also, Human Remains number 8, cover A. But look at cover B. Wild stuff going on out there in that grass, everybody. West of Sundown also giving you an issue 2 with a 10 copy incentive. Bell Labyrinth one-shot cover C. The May the 4th Be With You cosplay. Pinup Special, cover A. And then the May the 4th Be With You cosplay pinup special, cover B. And cover C. Cover D. So you had a whole bunch of Star Wars tributes right there. Grim Fairy Tales number 60, cover A. Cover C by De Pascal. Cover D. Myths and Legends Quarterly Jasmine. Cover A. The cover C. And then Robin Hood Hearts of Darkness one-shot cover A. Cover C. And then Van Helsing Bloodborne one-shot cover C. Dune The Waters of Canley number 1. 25 copy incentive. 50 copy incentive by Inyuk Lee. And then your FOC incentive variant. So another Dune book tie-in. And then this is your unlockable variant. Obviously showing a lot of destruction. Grim number 1. Grim number 1 cover B foil. The Frisian. The 25 copy incentive. The 50 copy Del Mundo incentive. The reveal variant. And then the 75 copy incentive. And your 100 copy incentive by Frisian. This unlockable one per store, however, will probably be a desired one. Go Dave Johnson. Ronald Smith, good to see you. So I really like Franny's art when I see it. She's also got that like pastel kind of like soft coloring genre that Bartel and Frisian do so well. But Mateus Manhanini, who gave us the Weekend Batman this week in a 25 copy incentive, also does a pretty fire cover. This is your 25 copy incentive. This is Magic the Gathering's number 14, the Hidden Spark Intermix variant. And this is the 25 copy incentive by Stephanie Hans. There's also a 10 copy with trade dress. Once and Futures 25 copy incentive by John Boy Myers. Mind blowing. And then here is your reveal variant. Avatar. Adapt or Die. Number 1. Critical Role Vox Machina Origins 3, number 6 of 6. And then there's a bunch of these introductory priced books coming from Dynamite. So here is your Army of Darkness versus Reanimator. The Boys number 7. Hero Gasm number 1. And then we have Panthers number 3, 11 copy FOC Hetrick Street Virgin. I just like that cover. And Vampirilla Dracula Unholy number 1, cover A, intro priced. Rocketeer, The Great Race number 2 has a 10 copy incentive coming at you. And of course, I don't think they're in the chat tonight, but previously showing up in other adventures is our fine artist for Star Trek Discovery and the Adventures in the 32nd Century, number 3, cover B, 10 copy incentive. 10 copy incentive for Star Trek Mirror War, down from the 15 copy incentives that once were. TMNT's ongoing number 128, of course, more with the Venus story. The cover B Eastman cover was withheld, and then look, a cover with Jenica, and it's an incentive. And of course, as IDW winds out the IDW Transformers license, expect a few more of these. This is the Best of Hot Rod, one shot number 1. And then Image, just like Dynamite, decided to do a whole bunch of reprints. Here you go. Aerosmith, Astro City, Death or Glory, Department of Truth, Descender, East of West, Firepower, Hack Slash, Homesick Pilots, I Hate Fairyland, Killer Be Killed, Little Bird, Middle West, Monstrous, Noctera, Paper Girls, Radiant Black, Scumbag, Spawn, Walking Dead, Wicked and Divine. And that's going to wrap it up for the Image first. So every one of those are orders in bundles of 20. So inquire with your LCS if you wanted to nab a couple of those $1 copies. Legos Ninjago Garmadon number 2 comes back with another 10 copy incentive variant cover, probably low order. Loaded Bible Blood of My Blood number 3 of 6, cover E. Oh look, it's Mateus Manhanini again. This time he's on the cover to Metal Society number 1. And in Metal Society number 1, this is a story about a fighter who's got to fight a android-like creature, android-like robot, as a human. It has this wonderful 10 copy incentive. And then Mark Silvestri giving us the 25 copy incentive variant. Sweet Paprika is at issue 9 of the 12 issue miniseries. Cover A by Mirka and Dolfo. Cover B Also might be Merca and Dolpho. I can't really tell. It looks very cartoonish. That looks like Merca and Dolpho. And that looks like Merca and Dolpho as well. And the cover E, not safe for work, also appears to be a Merca and Dolpho variant. Radiant Black number 14, cover A with the variant homage. I'm sorry, the cover A is a homage to Hulk 340, of course. Spawn Scorched number 5, cover A by Matina. Cover B by McFarlane. Cover C, Drunken Chat's Contest variant. Twig number 1. So everybody went crazy over the preview, right? Well, this is your 10 copy incentive, the 25 copy incentive of Momoko, and the 50 copy incentive by Scotty Young. They also did a 100 copy black and white version of that one. That's your highest incentive. Batman 123, Del Otto. 25 copy incentive variant cover. Also a lot going on, lots of ninjas. Thought it was pretty cool. The Jock Foil variant should sell itself. Batman Beyond Neo Year number 2 of a 6-issue miniseries. There's your cover B by Christian Ward. Batman Beyond The White Knight number 1 second printing. Second printing 25 copy foil variant. This rules. So Cal, like I was talking about earlier, thank you for these wonderful cardstock variant covers. This Batman cover hits. Batman Killing Time 25 copy by Smallwood, also not too shabby, and giving you yet another Riddler variant. He didn't have very many, but they're starting to catch up after the Batman. The Batman The Night Compendium Edition contains Batman The Night numbers 1 through 3, reprinted in one fine package. Flashpoint Beyond number 1, going to be interesting. Cover B. And your 25 copy incentive by Bradshaw. Flashpoint Beyond 25 copy Todd Now cardstock variant cover. And then the cover A for Hardware Season 1 number 5 by Mateus Manhanini. Here's your cover B. The Mother Effin' Monkey Prince variant cover. It's your 25 copy incentive. I guess it's going to do well. Nubia Coronation Special number 1 by David Mack, of course. There's your cover A. There's your cover B by Sway. The cover C, Team Renia Koyano cardstock variant cover. Your store had to order 250 copies of these just to be able to order them. 25 copy incentive by Crystal Kung. And then your 100 copy Joshua Swaby Sway foil cardstock variant. Task Force Z number 7. And then we're on to Marvel and the Avengers number 56 with one of the weirdest Marvel covers we've seen in a while. Thor and Valkyrie. Essentially the same person, right? Black Panther number 6. The 25 copy incentive variant cover showing Storm and Black Panther might be added a little bit. Captain America Symbol of Truth number 1 with the Busto Stormbreakers variant cover, of course, giving us the Discover Latveria Sideways variant. The 25 copy incentive by Clark and the 50 copy Coipel. Gambit number 1. Look, this is the Scott Williams variant cover. Of course, Scott Williams doing big things. This is the 25 copy incentive by Laraka. This is the Peach Momoko Virgin variant cover. Iron Fist number 3 of 5. And the design variant that goes along with it. More of this weird story where Pepper Potts and Iron Man aren't a thing. But I can see that he's after that Red Kryptonite like your man Ultra. And that's why he got himself another one. And this time it's the Hellcat. But I don't think their relationship's going to last very long. They're pushing it, but, you know. Iron Man number 20 with a Fortnite variant cover. And, of course, the Betsy Cola Pop in the Question variant. They get a miniseries together next. You know that? If you didn't, you know now. King Conan number 5 of the 6-issue miniseries. And, of course, here is your Pascal Ferry variant cover. Marvel's Voices Identity the Wu variant cover. What? This looks amazing. This looks good. Look at the braids in her hair even. Moon Knight number 1 getting a facsimile edition. Moon Knight number 11 getting a Liefeld variant. A Skrull variant. And then the Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage variant cover with Wave? What? Sinkowitz. They said, you know what? Let's give you 4 stupid covers you only have to order 5 copies of in order to qualify for this. Sabretooth number 4 of the 5-issue series. And then here is the Mastrazo variant. Wolverine versus Sabretooth on the cover. Silver Surfer Rebirth number 5. And then Yoon giving us the Thanos variant. Spider-Man 2099 Exodus number 1. And of course we have the Winter Soldier from 2099. On 2 of the variant covers, here is your Kreese limited Fortnite variant. And then this is the Crossbones of the Future as well. Spider-Punk number 2 of 5. There's the Christopher Skrull variant cover. And your Ba variant. Venom number 8. And of course it's got Kang the Conqueror. Venom number 8 and Yuk Lee the Skrull variant cover. And the Medina Fortnite variant. This is your 25 copy incentive variant cover. Next up on the What If Miles Morales, of course, is the number 3 with him as the Hulk. And then X-Men 92, House of X Chapter 2, number 2 of 5. And check out this cover. But the Mana variant, not too shabby. Not too shabby. So, I hope you guys can see a couple of books that you might want to get your names down for, even though you have missed the final order cutoff, but you're going to tune into the secret variant to not let that happen too often. And that's our show. Thank you guys for watching Best Live Chat on YouTube. You guys are great. And everybody here at the Presser appreciates all of your support to our channel. And looking forward to seeing you guys next week. So see you next week. Don't forget to leave a comment if you're going to watch on the rewind. And of course, share the video. It goes a long way. Thanks again, everybody. I'll see you all next week or later this week. Who knows? Subscribe and find out.